everybody, this is Debbie Montgomery Johnson, the author of The Woman Behind the Smile. And today is our S Day with Wednesdays with the Woman Behind the Smile. And I'm so excited to be here. I've just gotten home from 2 weeks in San Diego, and I had a stupendous time with some successful, wonderful people. And I realized while I was gone that sometimes we just feel so busy, so overwhelmed with tasks and things that we don't take time for ourselves. We had the opportunity to spend an overnight with the Wolf Connection in Palmdale, California. It's a marvelous program where they take at-risk kids or folks that have been incarcerated in prison or jails, and they get to spend some time in a wolf pack, working with a wolf pack. And if you know anything about a pack, they have an alpha leader, a beta leader, a followers, they have the trackers, they have, everybody works together in a pack. And it reminded me of when I was younger and my boys were little, and I was a den leader in a Cub Scout pack. And everybody's got a job to do. And when we have to do that, we all work hard. But when we were with the wolves this past week, some of them would come right up and lick us in the face and smell us and see if we were friendly or foe. And then they would step back and they would observe from behind. And it was called self-regulating. And that was a real aha moment for most of us. The 25 of us that were there were pretty successful business people or entrepreneurs, speakers, and that kind of thing from around the world. And we realized that so many times in our lives we're just so wrapped up in what we feel has to be done immediately that we lose track of what's really important. And we don't self-regulate. We don't stand back and just assess what's going on in our lives and take a moment to either meditate or to read or to have some quiet time. And I ended up doing that yesterday. I was starting to get sick over the weekend after flying home. And I just needed a day by myself to sit back and allow myself to veg. As I tell my kids, I sit and I'll watch TV for a couple hours and I'll eat my bonbons. Well, bonbons for me is a handful of M&Ms. But it was a time just to have quiet and to have the mindless television just yakking at me. And I enjoyed catching up on one of my shows, although I was in series number 3 and I went and erased a whole show. I was clicking too fast. Again, I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, and I was clicking and clicking, and I erased, thinking that it was going to confirm my erasure, and it didn't. It just clicked it away. So I was like, oh well, I guess I'm going to miss that show, and that was okay. And I realized that there are times in our lives when it's okay to just erase or to delay or to ask permission to do something a little bit later. We don't have to be so frenzied and so into the moment that we can't just step back. And I realized too that today could be our last day. And if I'm on my deathbed, I don't want to be saying to my family, oh shoot, I should have had one more meeting or one more phone call. It should have been, I wish I had more time at lunch with mom and dad, or I wish I had spent more time with the kids, the grandkids, instead of running off to a meeting. So it's time to self-assess and look at those things that make you successful, that might stymie you in a way, and soak it all up. Soak up what you do and congratulate yourself. Give yourself that pat on the back for being smart and sexy and successful and sensible and self-regulating. Take the time to step back and engage with people that mean something to you. Reach out to a friend. And as my dear friend Nancy Matthews says, be the one. Be the one for the person that you're calling. Don't always look to have them be the one for you. It's time for us to do a little bit of service and get out there and really have fun. And in the process, stand up for what you believe in and take some time to self-regulate and enjoy. So today's S Day. Put a smile on your face, put some sunscreen on your skin, put your sunglasses on, go soak up some really good sunshine. It's easily available here in South Florida. And know that we're hugging you from afar, and have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.